What is up with my people? Today we are back with another video. I am getting logged into the system and getting my cruiser set up. You know, the basic stuff. Nothing too fun. It is currently 23:10 and I am working a night shift today. Sorry. Yep, so I am working a night shift today and we're gonna drive around and see what tonight brings us. So I decided to pick up a night shift and I'm actually trying to see what's going on because I'm just getting in, seeing who's on what call and where everybody is. So I have a story time video. So if you don't like stories, you might not like this video. It's a cop story, so it's like, don't leave. You better not leave. You better watch this full video and go like and subscribe. Actually, if you're not subscribed yet, before you even go any further, you might as well go hit that subscribe button now and just like it right now. You know, just go ahead, stop what y'all doing, press pause if y'all have to, go up and go hit that like button. I'm not playing with y'all. But before I get started with the story, I just want to talk to you guys for a second and tell you we are pushing that 500 subscriber mark. We're coming up on it really close. We're at like 460 or something like that. So I just want to tell everybody thank you for all the support. A lot of more people have been following me on Instagram, and I've seen a couple people blow my Instagram up, and I am really thankful for that. So I just wanted to stop and say thank you to everybody that is showing support. I had nothing but positive comments and everything like that. It really means a lot more than people know, because we all know that it's hard to really get support from the community anymore and stuff like that. So I just want to take the time out to say thank you guys for the support. Continue to support me. I will be giving back. I will be having giveaways, and like I said in the last video, I want to start collecting patches. So if anybody got patches out there that they want to swap out or, you know, send me, hit me up ASAP, because I want to start collecting all type of different patches from different places. So with that being said, we are just currently riding around. I'm patrolling my usual areas and I'm just seeing what's going on. I'm actually driving through the trailer park right now and, you know, making sure everything is cool this way, and we're just driving around right now. What is up? I am at the auto place with my guy, and guess what? He is scared to give me a rematch in Madden. When you gonna play me again?
I don't know.
You don't know when you're gonna play me again. So long story short, he beat me in Madden, but he won't play me again. How long has it been?
Month and a half.
Month and a half.
Probably month and a half.
It's easily, no, it's been longer than the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's dodging me because he's scared to play me again. I even offered him $10 if he beat me, and he's still running.
Run to the
My
right.
goodness. Run to the right.
Yeah.
That's all he know how to do. I'm gonna knock him out next time. No, but for real. Why won't you play me?
I don't know.
Why are you so scared to give me a rematch?
I'll give you a rematch.
You say that right now, but then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna get on the Xbox and you're not gonna be on there.
And then you're gonna dodge it.
I will, I swear to.
Okay, y'all see this right now. So He has 5 days to play me from this video. 5 days. If he don't play me, we're all just gonna dog you. Just that simple. We're just gonna all be on him. So in the comments, go ahead and say play Officer Wells, give him his rematch. Let's leave that in the comment section below. We'll see if he do it. So for those who's wondering where I was just at, that is the local car repair shop. It is currently 2 in the morning here, and as you can see, they're still there working. The guy that owns the place does not know how to stop working. It's so funny. Great dude. That was his son. That was in a video. He played me a Madden one time. We played 3 games, and the first 2 games disconnected. And the 3rd game, I threw an interception at the end of the game, and he ended up beating me. And ever since then, he have not gave me my rematch. So we are going to rematch, and I need everybody to go comment, give me my rematch, actually. But also, that reminds me, if you have an Xbox One, go ahead and add me. I will put the name right there or over there. One of the places, it'll be down there. So go ahead and add me on Xbox, and we can play together, and I can beat you a Madden or 2K. Those are really the only 2 games I play for real. So if you guys want to play me, go ahead and add me on Xbox. I will add everybody back that I can. So this is the story about my very first time ever on road patrol. I was riding with my field training officer, and we get a call about a guy that had PTSD, and he was threatening to kill himself. So we get over there, and his wife isn't there. They had left with the kids, and we're knocking on the door, and no answer, no answer. The wife did call us and said we had permission to go in. However, it's a little weird. You don't want to just go into a house where a guy is talking about killing himself, because if you talking about killing himself, obviously he don't care about killing you either if you pursue him the wrong way. So you gotta kind of be careful in that situation. So we're sitting up and we're debating on what we want to do. And mind you, I'm still new, so that changed the way my field training officer is going to handle the situation, because I'm not an officer that been doing it for a while. This is my first time ever on the road. So we start walking around the house, seeing what was what. So this guy pretty much had cowbells on every door, and he had every window blacked out except a small corner of the window. So pretty much he had his house set up to where he could see you, and he will hear you if you come in his house. So that right there is already kind of weird. And you know, you got to really be careful in a situation like that, because obviously you're dealing with somebody that is on edge just from that right there. So we start walking around this house, and there's a car parked on the left side of the house. So I get to the car, and I just so happened to look in it, and there was a guy passed out. I mean, like, he was passed out. I literally thought he was OD'd off of something. And I actually knew who the guy was because I dealt with him before. And it was so weird to see him at this particular house with this guy, because the guy that I seen in the car was from all the way where I'm from. So, and I'm out in the country. So it was just weird. The combination just didn't match. So I'm knocking on the window, and mind you, it's wintertime. It had to be 20 degrees outside. It had to have been 20 degrees outside, maybe colder. So I'm knocking on the window, and he doesn't answer. So I open the door, because like I said, I'm thinking he's ODing on something. So I open the door, and when I open the door, I tapped him on his shoulder, and he jumps up. And I look at him, I'm like, bro, what are you doing over here? And I'm talking to him because I know him. So I told him, I'm like, bro, what are you doing over here? He said, oh, I cleaned the house for this guy, just making some extra side bucks. I said, well, is he in the house right now? He said, he should be. I don't know. I've been out here asleep. I said, why are you out here in the freezing cold sleep? He's like, I don't know. I just wanted my own space. Mind you, this car don't run or nothing like that. So there's no heat, no nothing. He's just sitting with the seat all the way leaned back in the driver's seat, knocked out. So I pull him to the car. And I didn't arrest him or nothing. I just put him in the back of the car for our safety, you know what I mean? Because I don't know what's going on. So I'm asking him where this guy is at. Have you seen him? When was the last time you talked to him? He said, man, he should be in the house. So, and he was telling us he's a nice guy. He don't understand why his wife would call and stuff in that nature. So pretty much put him in the back of the cruiser just until we figured out what was going on. So we walking around this whole house, and when we get to the back, this guy has a barn. There's no animals at this barn, like none. So even the barn, we cleared the barn, the actual barn that's like 100 feet from his house because he had a lot of land. So we goes over there and we're clearing the barn, and there's no animals, not even a freaking bunny was in the area. So I'm literally, it's just a weird situation. So we're making sure this guy ain't at the barn, you know, trying to off himself or nothing like that. So then we start walking back towards the house. And once we get to the back door, it's open. I mean, I'm telling you, the door is wide open. And it's so weird because the back door led into like a shoe room. And right outside of the shoe room, the kitchen is right inside, like right there. So he pretty much asked me if I felt, my FTO pretty much asked me if I felt comfortable going in the house. I mean, it was a weird situation my first time out, but you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, this is interesting. I'm trying to figure out what's going on too. So we already had permission to enter the house because of the wife. And on top of that, we're there to check a guy's mental status because he was threatening to kill himself. So at that point, we do draw our weapons and we start clearing the house. The house is tore up. Like, it's all the way tore up, and there's poop everywhere. Mind you, there's poop everywhere. I didn't see not one animal, not a cat, not a dog, not a nothing. So I'm looking around like, man, is this guy pooping on the floor? But this ain't normal poop. This is like big piles of poop. So we clear this whole house, and we get to the last door of this house to where this, sorry, my radio. So we get to the last door, and it's the bedroom door. And mind you, this guy got cowbells on every door. So you got to really be careful because you don't want to alarm nobody that's in their house. And we make this doorbell go off super loud, and he got the up on us if something was to happen. So I get to the last door, and my FTO is talking to me like, do you want to go in? Should we open the door? I'm pretty much like, man, you're the one in charge at this point. I'm doing whatever you do. I got your back. You got my back. If we're going, we going. So we pretty much we're sitting at this door for like 5 minutes, and we're talking to the guy. We getting no response. Nothing. The guy did not respond at all. So long story short, he's like, we're going to just back out because this is a little sketchy, and I don't want to go in the back of this door where this guy is possibly, you know, waiting with a weapon, because I left this part out. As soon as we walk in the house, there's a shotgun box sitting right on the kitchen table. So obviously this guy has a weapon, and he's a war veteran. So you never know what he's capable of doing with that weapon. So that was the main reason why we didn't want to go into the room, because we already knew that there was a weapon in the house at some point, because there was a shotgun box on the table. And I kind of should have said that in the beginning. I kind of left it out. But so that's why we're being extra caution, because we already seen this. So we're sitting there for like 5 seconds, and out of nowhere, we're both facing this door. Out of nowhere, I'm sitting there with my gun out, and I turn around because I felt something sniffing I literally felt something touch my leg. I'm like, wait, what is, and my FTO is standing across from me. So there's no way it could be him. We cleared this whole house. We cleared the barn. We cleared everything. There's no way anything should be on my leg or sniffing my leg. I didn't even see as much as a cat or a dog in this house. So I turned around to see what it was, and guess what it was? Sniffing my freaking leg. It was a freaking mini horse. A mini horse was on the side of me, and I was about ready to shoot it. I literally turn around and see a mini horse. Like me, I'm a city boy. I don't do animals besides dogs. I don't even like cats. So to see this big old mini horse, yes, it's a mini horse, but it was pretty big. It at least came up to my waist, and it's just sniffing my leg. And I kid you not, we cleared the barn. We cleared everything. There was no animals, no nothing. But I told you there was poop everywhere. So this mini horse had some crazy stealth mode, or it was somewhere else. I don't know where it was at. I honestly could not tell you because we cleared this whole house. Either that or we suck at clearing houses. And mind you, my FTO start cracking up like in the middle of the situation. I'm not laughing at all. It's not funny to me. I don't like animals like that for real. So I'm not laughing. He's cracking up. So he's like, okay, we're just gonna head out and we're gonna call Sergeant and see what he wants us to do about this situation. So he walks out right past the horse and pets it and pet it. I went to walk past this horse and it didn't let me go. And I'm like, dude, if you don't get out of my way. So I'm literally trying to get my way past this horse and the dang thing is following me. So I turn around and it's still following me as I'm walking back out the back door. And after all, it ended up making sense because the door was open. So the guy ended up leaving the door open for the horse to go in and out of the house. Like it's a dog or something. Like, it just blew my mind. This guy just is letting a mini horse walk in and out of his house and there's poop everywhere. It just blew my mind. So we get back to the cruiser. We talking to the sergeant and he's telling us, yeah, he don't want us to go into the room. He don't want us to do nothing. He's going to get SWAT involved because the situation is kind of iffy and we don't have we're not trained to handle situations like that, barricaded subjects. So out of nowhere, like 5-10 minutes pass and the guy comes yawning out of the front door. Ooh. And he told us to come in. I'm like, what? So we're still weird about going in the house in the first place. And he said, don't worry, I put the gun up. I was in there asleep. And we're like, you're asleep? We were banging on your door. We were calling your name and no response, no nothing. And he's like, yeah, I've been up for 3 days. So I finally fell asleep and I was just out. So it was just crazy. Long story short, once we got done talking to him, he did tell us he was on drugs. And he did say he was thinking about killing himself at a point, but he would never go through with it. He did ended up getting checked into a mental hospital to get checked out and stuff like that. I haven't heard anything from the guy after that situation. I hope that he is doing better and did get the help he needed. But it was just so weird for my very first ever call on the road. Like, man, a mini horse came up and sniffed my leg. And this is what I tell people. I used to watch cops and all these people was telling me these cop stories of situations they've been in. And you're like, man, there's no way that happened. And when I became a cop, I can tell people I was clearing a building and a mini horse sniffed my leg in the process. So yes, being a cop, you deal and run into some weird, crazy things. But I guess that's what makes the job fun. It was real funny after it all happened, but in the process, it really wasn't that funny because you didn't know what was, going on, and you didn't know, you're still in serious mode. But after the call ends and you go back and you get in the cruiser and, you just start laughing like, man, a mini horse really just scared the crap out of me. So it's just, you never know what you're going to run in. And I'll tell you this, being a cop, you run into some crazy things, man. Some real crazy things that you would never expect to run into.